Fighting games have always been interesting to me. Growing up, I had games like Soul Calibur 4 and Mortal Kombat 9 on the PlayStation 3. Now, did I know how to play those games? Of course not. I only ever played those games because I would like to imagine that I'm physically beating up my brother or whoever I'm playing against. Don't get me wrong, being able to pick a character and straight up squabble with someone else has its own level of entertainment. But when you're playing a character that doesn't really mean anything to you, like Keelik in Soul Calibur 4, sure, he has a cool bow staff and a really cool looking moveset with really sick animations. Or even Sub-Zero, sure, he's a cool ninja. Get it? Because he has ice powers? But these characters don't really mean anything to me. Tell me you didn't play the campaign without telling me you didn't play the campaign. And honestly, that's probably why I always levitated towards the guest characters. Like Darth Vader in Soul Calibur 4. Yes, they had Darth Vader in Soul Calibur 4. Or even Kratos in Mortal Kombat 9. Oh, those were the days. Traditional fighters never really been my thing. But once Smash Ultimate came out, I realized that my love for fighting games lies with the subgenre of platform fighters. Smash Ultimate was my first ever midnight release for a video game that I've ever attended to. The vibes at the GameStop were just immaculate. Just think about it. A bunch of nerds gathering around at a GameStop, waiting for the exact moment they can finally smash their bros. Now, let's be honest, there's only one reason why I wanted to learn how to play Smash Ultimate. And that was because of the heavyweight champion that Incineroar is. Come on now, he's a fire cat with the capabilities of any WWE wrestler. Just look at his waist. It's a belt made of fire that resembles a heavyweight champion belt. You can't tell me that's not sick. His moveset directly reflects what his character is. Having a bunch of really powerful attacks on his grabs, having the character flex after every attack, and having the move Darkest Lariat on his neutral special is just a perfect homage to the Pokemon games. Shout out Pokemon Sun and Moon. Nintendo has always been pretty good with designing their characters in Smash Bros. But Smash was kind of the only game popular at the time to have characters from other franchises and able to squabble with their true to their character movesets. Until Nick All Star Brawl. According to good old Wikipedia, Nickelodeon decides to reach out to Ludosity, the developers of an indie game platform fighter known as Slap City, with the intention of having them develop a platform fighter that features characters from the Nickelodeon company. And let me tell you, as a junior in college who spent most of his sophomore year playing Smash Ultimate with his roommates, shout out to you, Rafik and Derek, every day, naturally I wanted more. And maybe in retrospect, I was just craving an excuse to hang out with my old buddies. But the release of Nick All Star Brawl allowed me to experience platform fighters in a whole different way. Coming from playing Smash Ultimate, it felt new, yet familiar in some ways. The gameplay was amazing. There are a few different mechanics compared to Smash, but at its core, they were very similar. With the same mechanic as Smash, throw your opponent off the stage and hope they don't make it back. But where this game really shines, in my eyes, were the characters you were able to play. Who doesn't want to play as their favorite cartoon characters from their childhood? Being able to play as Aang and Air Scooter around the map and use his glider to recover was just another level of fun. Every time I used the Air Scooter, it took me back to sitting in front of the TV, watching as a prepubescent kid, not having a care in the world, just ready to go on an adventure with Aang and the crew. But something weirdly felt off about this game. Yes, I get to play as my favorite characters, and their movesets directly correlate to their shows. But the thing that made these characters them was their voice actors and being able to hear them have these interactions with each other. And with the budget that Ludosity was presented with, they unfortunately couldn't have voice acting in their game. Playing the game almost felt uncanny in some ways. You see what I mean? It's like putting on an episode of SpongeBob and muting the TV. The game unfortunately flopped, and the game was deemed dead by people around the world. and obviously it died for certain reasons, including, but not limited to, not having an extensive single player, no crossplay, and being a fighting game in our day and age, I think crossplay is a necessity. Not being able to live up to the standards that Smash Ultimate is, and the point that I brought up, the fact that you can't feel connected to these characters because there's no voice acting. Fast forward to November 8, 2023. Ludosity decides to release Nick All Star Brawl 2. This is kind of rare with game developers nowadays, but Ludosity decides to actually listen to their community. Now, Nick All Star Brawl 2 is in no way a perfect game, but this game is only a severe improvement from its predecessor, introducing a full-on single-player experience with roguelike elements and a full-on plot, revamped movesets, new mechanics such as Slime Meter, a pretty fleshed-out arcade mode, ranked online play, and many more. But for the same reasons why I liked playing Darth Vader in Soul Calibur 4, Kratos in Mortal Kombat, and the whole reason why I wanted to learn the mechanics of Smash because of a yoked up bipedal cat. Yeah, that's right, that's you, Incineroar. The characters of Nick All-Star Brawl 2 took what Nick All-Star Brawl 1 introduced and turned it to 11. The characters are able to have their own identity and still fit in the game.
I'm trying to tell you something, Sponge Boy.
Hey, that's Sponge Bob to you. And who might you be?
I am Clockwork, Master of Time. I rewound time and brought you back here, just before you were defeated. You want to get home, and I can help. But we must take time to work together.
Work together? Yeah, I don't think Mr. Krabs is hiring at the moment.
His ultimate goal is to control the minds of everyone in the universe. He must be stopped.
Oh no, if he could control Patrick like that, think what he could do to people with minds. There you are, Patrick. I've been looking for you all over the place, and there are a lot of places in this place.
What if a woodchuck's name was Chuck? What then?
Patrick, are you okay?
These small interactions with the pristine voice acting make me feel like it's a Saturday morning. I just grabbed the remote and turned on Nickelodeon. And quite frankly, that's what I'm looking for in a game with Nickelodeon in its title. In order for y'all to grasp just how much character design and thought goes into these characters, I did some research, and here's what I found out. Alright, so we find ourselves on Aang in the dojo, and I just wanted to show y'all some of the references that this game has. And he uses his glider. And this is referencing, obviously, the fact that his staff is able to become a glider. And the cool thing about this attack is you can press the attack again to do a dive bomb to attack your opponent. Also mentioned earlier, he has his air scooter. Look at that. Obviously, this is from throughout the show, but the most memorable moment is definitely the intro. They also gave him the legendary marble trick taunt with his wacky facial expressions. You see him? Can't tell me that's not sick. His special is also a reference to how he used the Avatar state to defeat Fire Lord Ozai at the end of Book 3. So yeah, on top of all his references and his attacks, his actual character design and mechanics are very nimble and floaty, as what you would expect from a character like Aang, right? He's just this, I guess, 110-year-old boy, but you know, this boy that's an airbender that just wants to vibe, but he ends up being the Avatar, you know? So yeah, he has he has 3 jumps, unlike other characters. At the end of the day, he is an airbender, right? So he's quick, he's nimble, but the thing is, he can be knocked out very quickly. So yeah, that about does it for Aang. Next up, we have Patrick. So the most memorable move on Patrick is definitely his side strong attack, also known as "No, this is Patrick." So yeah, this is a reference to "No, this is Patrick" from the episode The Big Pink Loser in season 2 of the show.
Not a Krusty Krab.
We also have his neutral special named Double Lariat, which is a reference to season 2 episode named The
My
Fright.
name's not Red!
So yeah, Patrick is a little bit of a slower character. it would make sense for his build of a character, right? And he is a grappler. So he's all about grabbing his opponent and getting close. Which makes sense for his character, right? So yeah, and that's just to name a few of the references in the movesets. On top of the various movesets that reference the shows in the game, they also have costumes that reference their memorable moments in the shows. To name a few, we have Azula's Earth Kingdom outfit, Book 3 from the episode named Crossroads of Destiny. This episode was very memorable, so I really do like this costume. We also have Korra's Fire Ferret outfit from Book 1. Looks like she's about ready to go pro bending. We also have Squidward's marching band outfit from Season 2, named Band Geeks. I sometimes forget that Squidward can get this drippy. We also have Jenny's makeover outfit from Season 1, episode named The Great Unwashed. What a cool outfit. And that's just to name a few. These character outfits really add an extra layer to these characters and let you relive these memories from the show. Anyways, let's get back to the Shrek couch and let's wrap up this video. These games with characters from different franchises will always be fun to me. Being able to see Aang beat up Jimmy Neutron made me realize that a crossover episode with these characters would have been a crazy experience. But now that we live in 2023, we can experience just that with Nick All Star Brawl 2. I don't know if it's the love for the gameplay mechanics or the pacing of platform fighters in general, or if it's just the pure fan service we get with these character designs. All I do know is being true to your character makes you, you. We all have a story behind our walls, but the ones that accept and embrace their story always end up being the ones with the strongest character. So next time you see yourself at a character select screen, make sure that you are unapologetically yourself, so someone like me can choose you. So yeah, that about does it for my, I guess, review of Nick All Star Brawl 2. I guess some just closing remarks. The game's been great. I've been enjoying it a lot. I'm starting my ranked grind on it. I'm not taking it too seriously, just trying to learn the game. But it's been a lot of fun. Y'all can check the stream out on twitch.tv/freshflip19. I usually play the game on there. That's where most of this content came from. That does it for this video, and I hope y'all enjoyed. See y'all next week. Fresh Flip out.